Here's a putting drill I found on the internet today with PGA Tour player Cameron Tringale. It incorporates a few different aspects relating to putting fundamentals that can help anybody improve their putting quickly. A little brief background on Cameron. We had the same coach throughout college, and he uses them still on his PGA Tour career. So I want to point out a few things uh, that I noticed here while he's setting up. The first thing I notice here is you can see here he has a fake plastic, uh, a little fake plastic hole on the ground simulating a real golf hole. But one thing our coach taught us was when you're outside of 8 to 10 feet, you want to putt to a different target. You don't want to putt to a hole because chances are, and the stats show that we're going to miss more putts than we make outside of 10 feet or outside of 8 feet. So you don't want to get that mindset of seeing the ball miss the hole over and over. So he's using a plastic little cup simulator there. And then the second thing I want you to really notice, which is really important, is before he hits each putt, he is aligning his golf ball because he uses a line on the ball, and he's getting it to match the string here that's running to the cup. So that string is a simple tool you can buy at any hardware store. You could buy it at a golf store, but basically if you get two pencils and a string, you can tie them together and do this drill. And the string's really good for alignment, starting your ball down the line and getting your eyes over the ball. So all he's doing here is matching the line right here on his golf ball when he sets up to the string and to the target. So then when he's hitting putts in this drill, he's making sure his lines are all matching. So when he gets on the golf course, it's kind of instinctual and he doesn't really have to think about it because he's ingrained it in this drill. So now I'm going to play the video so you can see him finish his setup. And you're going to notice that he's doing a grip that he doesn't naturally do with his palms facing each other on the grip. So what this does, this takes his hands out of the putting stroke, which, one of my flaws and one of the most common flaws I see with anyone in putting, they use their hands. They want to hit it with their hands, which in a small stroke with the putter, just any movement of the hands is going to redirect the putter face and cause you to miss putts, which is why a lot of people think short putts are difficult. But what he's doing by putting his grip on there, he's able to maintain this triangle here in his forearms, and when he putts, you can see how he keeps that triangle moving together and his hands don't do much, right? And you can see his head stays really stable and his putter stays under that string, which is another good little tip where if you set the string height here, you can notice it's halfway up his little stakes. So that's going to keep the putter low and he doesn't really have to think about that either. All these things just happen because he set up this little drill. The other thing I want to show you is these two tees right here where he was putting the ball in between. Okay, so that's for path. So he knows if he makes solid contact with the ball that his path is correctly, or he would have hit those tees with his putting stroke. So to kind of recap this drill, one, he's using a string, and that's for alignment, eye line, keeping his putter low, starting the ball down the target line. He's using a fake hole here, which is, so he doesn't get that mindset of missing putts over and over. And then he goes through his routine each time when doing this drill. And then he's maintaining this triangle throughout the putting stroke, which is really important to take the hands out of it. And by putting your hands on the sides of the grip, palms facing each other, that's a good way to get the feel, just to use your triangle, your shoulders, your arms versus, just kind of slapping at it with your hands, which is not good. I hope this helps your putting. I would warm up with this whenever you go to the golf course next time. You try to make, 10 balls hit that fake hole, or if you're putting to a hole, try to make 10 balls, or you could put some quarters down as well to simulate a hole. if you're doing it from long distances. You could also shorten it up and go about 5 feet and putt to a hole, just to really ingrain that starting line and lining up correctly.